Good morning, Unity San Francisco. How are we today? A beautiful, glorious San Francisco spring Sunday. It's come to that time where we play you some traveling music to get your butts upstairs. We have entered our prelude. Spring is sprung.
The grass has riz.
The grass is riz.
I wonder where the boydie is.
So we have a song for you. If you know it, sing along. Happy Sunday. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, it is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great tourney we shall learn to lead in love. In this great tourney we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, it is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great tourney we shall learn to lead in love. In this great tourney we shall learn to lead in love. In this great tourney we shall learn to lead in love. In this great tourney we shall learn to lead in love. So the thing I love about this song is it talks about responsibility. It talks about you being the change you wish to see in the world and walking the path, being that beacon, letting your light shine and allowing those who might be struggling with the darkness to find their way by looking to you, right? We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round. You are circling your wagons when you come to Unity San Francisco every Sunday. You are showing the people in this community, the people online, that you are someone that they can use as a beacon to help them out of the dark places. You are also making a commitment to be the change. Stand in the change, stand in the gap, and be the bridge for someone who's struggling to climb out of the chasm to find their way out of dark places. So we're gonna sing it again, and I just want you to kind of bob your head a little bit, okay? Just join with us. And that lets me know that you are one who will be known, one who is willing to be that light. All right? Here we go. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle around to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, it is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great tourney we shall learn to lead in love. In this great tourney we shall learn to lead in love. In this great tourney we shall learn to lead in love. In this great tourney we shall learn to lead in love. We will learn to lead in love. Welcome to Unity San Francisco. My name is Miss Malone. I am your music minister. And we have reached a time of celebration. Stand as you are willing and able and speak with conviction while you hear us sing about claiming your blessing, all right? All right, here we go. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. This is how I start the day, knowing good is on the way. I am claiming perfect health, love and laughter, friends and welcome. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. With conviction undeterred and power of the spoken word. Yes, take my life and redefine. Break the shackles of my mind. In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Lift my thoughts to higher ground, knowing miracles are all around. Life is filled with opportunity. I know good is coming to me. Hey, in the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim it. I claim a blessing. I claim it. I claim a blessing. Sing! I claim it. I claim a blessing. I claim it. I claim a blessing. It's already yours. What do you claim? It's already yours. I claim it. Speak with conviction. Speak your truth. I claim it. Yes. I claim a blessing. Speak it into existence. I claim a blessing. Remember, your words have power. You control your reality.
How are you? Welcome everybody online. It is so good to see you and know you're here, all of us here, by divine appointment. Misa, don't go far. Okay. She's going to call her right back up. So, what I wanted to talk to you about today, to start this, is difficult. And it is also why we exist. So, here at Unity, we call ourselves spiritual community for the 21st century. We talk about welcoming and inclusive spiritual community. We talk about a lot of things. And I have spent the last 10 years being the senior minister here. And some days are difficult. So one of our dear members here, she moved here about 3 years ago and is now chair of the board, or president of our board of trustees, has been going through a family crisis. And while I don't want to share family details, it is a miracle has happened this week in that a family member has been saved from themselves. And as you can imagine, as a minister, I see a lot of things, and I hear a lot of stories. And this one just stopped my breath and stopped my heart from beating. The good news is that the family member is now in a place of safety, a place of getting help, and there is hope again for this individual, for them. And I wanted to just start today with a prayer of gratitude, because it's really fun to come here, and it is really fun to come here and sing and dance and have a great time. I just looked at the Easter photos we got back from the Easter. Boy, were we having a good time on Easter, right? And in the midst of all that, too, family crises happen, and we are here for each other. We are here for those moments when it hits the fan, folks, when there are no words to explain the pain that a family goes through. And that's why Unity San Francisco exists. We build the community and we build the muscles to support each other. The prayer chaplains who are standing around right now, around this room, and then we have prayer chaplains at home watching on home too and holding us in their space, all have been holding this family in prayer. And we teach affirmative prayer here, knowing that the highest and the best is coming into being. So if you would join me, I'm going to say a prayer, an opening prayer for us, for gratitude, for the unfolding good that is happening for each and every one of us, and especially for Cindy and her entire family. So I invite you to get comfortable, to shift yourself so that you fully let the chair hold you, to shift your consciousness so that you become aware that with every breath and in every cell and atom of your body, the divine resides. The energy and the power of divine life is now flowing through us and from us, bubbling up from the bottom of our feet to the top of our head. We are all one with the infinite good of the divine. And in the moments of crisis and panic that take away our breath and stop our hearts, we can remember the truth that wherever we are, God is. Whatever we are about, God is the energy and the flow of who we really are. So for Cindy and her family, we express the outflowing gratitude for the infinite possibilities that are unfolding in this moment. Grateful for the love that has transcended the fear. Grateful for the wholeness that is open doors. Grateful for the rules that have saved another soul. And grateful for the journey to knowing the truth. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever we breathe, God is playing strongly. Wherever we pray, God is the faith that leads us through.
I am grateful for how far we all have come. Yes, I'm grateful for this journey we are on. I could go on and on and on about abundant love, because I'm so grateful, grateful, so grateful just to know this love flowing through my heart, a steady stream of joy and love and gratefulness. I am grateful for how far we all have come. Yeah, about abundant love. Because I'm grateful, so grateful, just to know this love flowing through my heart, a steady stream of joy and love and gratefulness. So much gratefulness. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Gratefulness. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Grateful, so grateful. Gratefulness. Just grateful, grateful, grateful. I'm grateful, grateful, grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Gratefulness. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Grateful, grateful, flowing through my heart, flowing through my heart, flowing through my heart is gratefulness.
And so it is. Thank you, Misa. For those of can you go back one slide for me, Bruno? Thank you. For those of you who don't know Cindy, she's the one with her head bowed right there in the front. The cute little redhead, blonde head, whatever she is. She's just adorable. So we're sending you love, Cindy. She's watching from Denver today. Thank you, Cindy. All right. Hi, David.
Hi.
This is David Montecalvo.
Hello. Chief Operating Officer here.
And so much more.
And so much more.
So-
We're affirming that.
So we are so grateful that you're here today, and we are committed to creating a world of safety, equity, and equality. And for that, for me, means I need to constantly be growing. You know, I am an out gay man. I am living in San Francisco, and I'm learning new things about diversity, equity, and equality every day, right? And it is such an amazing challenge and an amazing opportunity. An opportunity to be bigger, to understand things differently than I've ever known. And we're going to talk a lot about it today, is like letting go of our attachment to being right and really, really stepping into our curiosity about other people and their lives. So this opportunity is, right?
Yeah, and it really speaks to me to see the divinity in everybody.
Right.
Everybody has a spark of the divine, is part of the divine, and so getting to hold space for folks who are different from me and from you, for all of us, is just a great way to see divinity expressed in different forms.
And it's really funny because when we first started, for those of you who are new to Unity online or here in the room, we talk about, there's a saying that, inside of each and every one of us is the spark of the divine. But Eric Butterworth said God's not in you like a raisins in a bun, right? There's this little spot right here. Oh, that's the God particle, right? Or as Paul Hasselbeck says, is a wiener in a bun. It's like, are you calling me a wiener, Paul? It's like, no, God is in us like the ocean is in a wave, right? God is in us like every cell, every atom, every part of us is divine. And that means each and every one of us. So when we come across a person in this life, to literally say, the divine in me salutes the divine in you, is the true gift of the teaching, of the spiritual teaching that we embody here at Unity. Each and every one of us is a magnificent expression of the divine.
And to recognize that and hold that, we have an affirmation to help anchor this and help us change the world once we recognize the divine within ourselves. This affirmation says, I commit to creating a world of safety, equity, and equality. Let's know this together and breathe that in.
I commit to creating a world of safety, equity, and equality.
And so it is.
Amen.
We are so grateful that if you are a first-time guest, that you have chosen to spend your Sunday with us. No matter what circumstances you may be going through or events that have happened in your life, you have chosen to come here, and it is not an accident. We have a special gift for you if you're a first-time guest. If you're online, please drop your email, your information in the chat, or not in the chat. Julia is dropping a link in the chat. Fill out that form, and we have a special gift for you. Or if you're here in the room, fill out your spiritual connection card, and there's a table out front with some special gifts for you, and we hope that you feel warmly welcomed by our community and by this powerful message that we're sharing today. And if you have been coming here for decades, or if this is your first time, within your bulletin, our paper bulletin, raise your hand if you haven't received one. One of our ushers will bring you one. Within your paper bulletin, there is a spiritual connection card. And as I mentioned, there's been a link that's dropped in the chat online. Fill that out. And this is just a great way for us to stay connected with you. We've updated our database, and so we'd love to have updated information. Hold on to this spiritual connection card because we're going to return to it later in the service. And now, if you are joining us on Livestream, whether it's YouTube or Facebook Live, go ahead and go to our website at unitysf.com and click on the Zoom link. But before you do that, I've jumped ahead because I love to jump ahead. We have a robust meditation service offering at Unity San Francisco. On Sunday mornings here in the room and online, there is a morning sound meditation at 10:15 that Reverend Elizabeth leads, and it is a great way to open your heart, your chakras, and to open to receive what Spirit is speaking to you. And then Monday through Friday, online via Zoom, we have our midday meditation that's led by various community members, leaders in the community, and it's a great way to kind of get that spiritual boost. And then anytime you need meditation, check out our website because we have an on-demand meditation catalog. And now, if you are joining us on Livestream or YouTube, go ahead and go to our website, unitysf.com, because in just a moment, we are going to have a chance to say hi to you here in the room and online. And I invite you all to stand as you are willing and able, even if you're at home, and as the music team takes it away for our meet and greet community song.
All right. You know this one. We're expecting a miracle every day, right? Sing. I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible. I feel the intangible. And I see the invisible. I'm looking for a miracle. a hug, a toe tap, or a fist bump. Please respect social distancing, and don't forget to say hello to our family online. Happy Sunday!
Hi, everybody! Woo!
I expect a miracle.
Every day.
expect a miracle.
Hey, everybody! Wow! Look, it's a full house. Hey,
Every
Jimmy. Hey, Mark. Hey, Tom. Woo! Hello, Kate. Hi, Emmy. Denise. We're partying.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Kate. Hello, Denise. Hi, Emmy. Hey, David. Hey, Mark. Lynn.
Hi everyone, so good to see you. Have a great week. Have a great week. Of course.
Say hi. You can say hi to the see you.
Hello, everyone. Oh, hi. I'm first time here today. Hi. Rebecca. Oh, there I am. Hi, guys. Kate, Denise, Emmy, Shantaria, Jimmy, Tom, Judith, Mary. There you go.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, it's so good to see you all. I hope you're having a beautiful Sunday.
Hi, Mark.
All right, everybody. We're going to kick it back over to Reverend Ken on stage. We'll have time to connect later.
Oh, hey, oh, hey, woo. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Say thanks to everybody online. So good to see you in the Zoom room. And we're going to see you again after. We can stop by if you didn't get a chance to say hello to everybody across the country and around the world. Say hi to them as they're leaving. I wanted to just touch base again about, we're talking about this book. It's called The 15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership. And I had really, it's like, it's so obvious. It's sometimes when I finally catch up, it's like, because this book is a leadership book. It's written for the secular world. But really what it is the 15 commitments of spiritual awakening. It's the 15 commitments to awakening to our true purpose and how to live and be and move in this world. So I was reading it again and again and again this morning, and I looked at it, and I was looking at all the quotes about leaders do this and leaders do that. And it's like, no. People who are awake do that. People who understand and see the divinity in each other and see their real, true purpose and place in life is not to be above anyone else. It's to be in partnership with the whole of the universe, of all spirituality, and to co-create a planet that works for everyone. Co-create an environment, a relationship with each and every person on the planet so that we are all seen, that we're all loved and honored, and that we all have agency in, that we all have dominion over what it is that we're here to do, to feel, and to experience. So when we step into that, it opens a new paradigm, a new panorama of what's possible. And so while this may be a leadership book, for me, it is really clear. It is the unity principles in secular form. And it has been a blast to dive into it. Today, at 1:30 here in the room and online, we're going to dive and start into a real study of these principles in this class. Today's principle that I want to talk to you about is curiosity. It's about how curiosity is the key to creativity, that curiosity is the key to shifting from a happening to me world to a happening for me world. And Misa found this amazing song that speaks to that. So I'm going to turn the platform back over to Miss Misa Malone.
Curiosity, a wonder that does puzzle me. A question from my mind to help me make sense of this life. So why, when, where, and who? What if? Could you help me to understand? Tell me about this land. Ask me and you will find I've got an open mind. So why, when, where, and who? What if? Could you? Curiosity, exploring what's in front of me. A spark that I ignite to help me make sense of this life. So how, when, where, I, who, what if? Could you help me to understand? Tell me about this land. Ask me and you will find I've got an open mind. So why, when, where, and who? What if? Could you? Why is the sky so blue? What facts are really true? Where does a rainbow end? Can an enemy become a friend? Who runs the life we lead? Can failure then succeed? What lives deep in the sea? What lives inside of me? Curiosity, a wonder that does puzzle me. A question for my mind, help me make sense of this life. So tell me why, when, how, where, who, what if? Could you? Curiosity. Curiosity, a wonder that does puzzle me. Questions in your mind help you make sense of your life. So why, when, where, how, who, what if? Could you?
Miss Misa Malone. Thank you, sweetie. She finds the best music. Uh-huh. She makes the best music. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So, curiosity. It is creative curiosity. So this book, the second principle, the second commitment The commitment of enlightened individuals, awake individuals, is curiosity, right? And they have a simple paradigm in this book. It's really fun. You see, at every moment, we're either above the line or below the line. And they draw this simple line across it. And in general, for the whole concept of the book, above the line means that you're open, you're curious, and you're committed to learning. And below the line is closed, defensive, and committed to being right. I resemble that remark. I'm committed to being right. I am especially committed to being seen as right. And when we can let go of that ego trip, we can move into the principles at depth and understand them. So the first principle is that we are 100%. If you weren't here last week, I'm here to re-inflict you with this pain. You are 100% responsible for everything in your life. So look around at your life. You have caused it. You have created it. You are living it. That may not be pleasant at all times, but it is the choices that we make that create the lives we live. And the first principle in the commitment in this book is to take full responsibility for the circumstances of my life and for my physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. I commit to supporting others to take full responsibility for their lives. That's when we're above the line. Right? When we live and we're fully awake and conscious, we realize that things aren't happening to us, they're happening, and sometimes we make it about us. Right? I tell this story, and it's in one of the booklets that are in the seats in front of you, but the family booklet, talk about my 15-year-old son when we adopted him from foster care at 15, and he was, in an unenlightened way of saying it, driving me crazy. But I realized in the midst of the triangulation of that relationship that if I had had his life, if I had been abandoned by my family and been in 23 different foster homes by the time I was 15 years old, that I too would probably be making the same choices he made. And it wasn't about me, it was about him and his journey. I was the one making it about me. And so I took responsibility for my side of that street, and I had an interaction with him on Friday night. We went out to a comedian in Oakland, at the Paramount Theater in Oakland, and we were having a conversation in line, and I got to say to him, because he said something self-deprecating about himself, and I said, "You are our greatest success story." Right? And I got to say to my son, who's 25 now, right? And got to say to him that he thought of himself as a failure. And I got to say, no, you're our greatest success story. You're in a loving relationship. You live in San Francisco in an apartment with your girlfriend. You have a full-time job, and I don't pay for any of that. That's a success story. Hallelujah. That's a miracle, folks, right? And he just smiled and laughed, and it's like, because he's in the midst of the struggle, and he can't see all the things he's achieved, right? And I got to just point that out to him, and that's what we all need people to point out. Oh my God, what you've been through, what you're doing right here and right now is a miracle, right? A miracle, and that you need to take ownership for it. I am responsible for creating this miracle, that I am moving and breathing and loving other people on this planet right now is a true gift. But when we fall below the line, when we drift below the line, sometimes it shows up like this. I commit to blaming others and myself for what is wrong in the world. Oh, I should have done that different. Oh, I really messed that one up, didn't I? And we can so self-flagellate or blame others. That person really has it out for me. And we become a victim, a villain, or a hero. And we take more or less than 100% responsibility. We think we're responsible for everything that goes wrong in the world some days, right? And we're out of balance in that moment. So that's commitment one. Also going to talk about how to just recognize that and shift the pattern. Commitment 2, which we're really going to dive into today, is this. I commit to growing in self-awareness. Okay, I'll say that again. I commit to growing in self-awareness. It means that I need to be responsible for knowing myself and what my buttons are, so that when I feel triggered or feel my buttons pushed, I can examine them impartially. Let's put it that way. Just with curiosity. I commit to regarding every interaction as an opportunity to learn. I commit to curiosity as a path to rapid learning. Right? I wonder. When we fall below the line on this, as I commit to being right and to seeing this situation as something that is happening to me. I commit to being defensive, especially when I'm certain I'm right. Right? I resemble that remark on many an occasion, especially when I'm talking to my husband. If he would only see that I'm right all the time, we would get along so much better. I jest. My husband, who will be here in a little bit, he's actually speaking right now as we speak at Unity in Marin. So we have 2 Unity communities covered today from our family. So that's commitment 2, guys. It's about growing in curiosity. And I love this quote. There's so many quotes that I found from Albert Einstein about curiosity. It's his thing. Is curiosity. But he says, I have no special talent. Albert Einstein. I'm only passionately curious, right? What would it be like if you were passionately curious? If curiosity was your main driving mechanism of everything in your life? If the phrase you repeated most often was, tell me more about that. Tell me more. Tell me more about that. Tell me why. Tell me more. Right? That question, that curious question, will open up stories from people that will blow your mind. It will blow your mind to understand what each and every one of the people sitting around you today, sitting next to you at home, have been through. When you're having a difficult time with your spouse, use the question, tell me more. Tell me more about how I'm driving you crazy. Tell me more about what I do that makes you crazy, right? Tell me more so I can understand where you're coming from. And it's not easy some days, but it's wonderful. And I love this one from Pema Chodron. Chodron, I can pronounce it, I promise, Chodron. Pema Chodron. And she says, let curiosity be greater than your fear. And we talked about it last week too. That toxic fear, that blame and shame and judgment, that kind of fear that can stop you dead in your tracks or make you really isolated and lonely. Let your curiosity be the bridge to connection. Let curiosity be your bridge to abundance, right? Fear will keep you isolated and in lack. What they talk about in this book and what I want us to settle into is above the line thinking and above the line living is opening to a big fun game. What would happen if we lived most of our time above the line? Now, I know we're Unity folks, so I get it. We want to think we live above the line all the time. I've got that, Reverend Ken. I really have been practicing these principles. Well, I've been a minister in Unity for 12 years now, and I started in Unity in 1989 with Eric Butterworth, right? And I'm really astonished at the negative thoughts that cross my brain. And I watch them and I go, wow, look at that. Another one. They just keep coming because I'm living in this world. I turn on the news or I open a newspaper. I listen to my friends and there's all kinds of people who want to tell you how hard it is. Is it hard to live in San Francisco? Is it expensive to live in San Francisco? I get phone calls from my relatives who literally will tell me, it looks like, okay, see, now there's some trouble back there at the AV table. So I'm making up a whole story about what's going on back at the AV table because my brain works that way, right? So they've all settled down so I can still see myself on the screen. You can all hear me, right? All right, so good. I'm assuming everything's okay, but I get calls from my family. That's where I was. I get calls from my family who say, I've been reading the news reports about how awful it is in San Francisco. It's like, yeah, I just walked down the street and went and had lunch at an outdoor cafe. Dad, it's not Armageddon in San Francisco. Yeah, there are things that need to be fixed. Yeah, there are problems with people in homelessness. Yes, there are ways we're trying to address it. But if you listen to the news, it is just a hellscape here. And it is gorgeous. It is one of the most beautiful cities in the country, maybe on the planet. Yes, right? But the majority of the world is in the below-the-line thinking that we have to be defensive and we have to be right, that it's better to live somewhere else where it's safe, that it's too difficult to live in cities, it's too expensive to live here. All those are below-the-line thinking. It's scarcity and lack and toxic fear that is permeated in our brain. And what I want us to do, and what I want to do for myself, is to learn how to get back above the line quicker. When we're below the line, the ego is fighting for survival, and we become firmly entrenched in that scarcity belief, right? That there isn't enough. There's not enough love, there's not enough time, there's not enough money, there's not enough security, control, and approval. I know people here in San Francisco with millions of dollars in equity in their home, millions of dollars in the bank, who are worried about how to pay their bills, right? That's the craziness of this mindset of scarcity. I don't have enough. I've got to hoard more. I've got to get more. I've got to do more. I'm not enough unless. I'm not enough unless I have this, unless I have this car, unless I have this home, unless I have all of this. And we go below the line all the time without even realizing we've done it. But the issue isn't about being right. As I talked about before, it's about wanting to be seen as right. It's where the ego takes over and says, I want you to know how smart I am. I want you to know that I got this figured out. I want you to see me as successful and having the brain power to figure this out. Because the smart people get hired. The smart people don't get fired, right? It's this mindset that we think is this perfect equation we should be living in. Well, some of the smartest and most successful people on the planet have been fired. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple. Remember, right? Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper in Kansas City for his lack of creativity. I really would have loved to have seen that termination letter, right? It's like, sometimes when that happens, being fired, being let go, is just the universe telling us, hey, you're on the wrong track. You need to be doing something else. You need to be using your genius somewhere where somebody will appreciate it, rather than fighting to prove how we're right and be seen as right. What if we can be seen as not knowing? I don't know the answer to this, but let's figure it out together. There's a leader I want to work with. So, fighting to be right. Everybody knows this equation, right? Is that mathematical equation correct? Yeah, right? It's correct. We don't have to prove that 2 + 2 = 4. Everybody knows 2 + 2 = 4. But what if I had 2 drops of water and added 2 more drops of water to those drops of water? How many drops of water would I have? 1. I'd have 1 drop of water. What if there were 2 clouds floating across the sky and they met up with 2 other clouds? What would they become? 1 cloud. So it all depends on your perspective and how far out you're willing to zoom. You look like an individual, a solid individual that I couldn't put my hand through, right? But in reality, there is more space between the atoms and the electrons of your being than there is between the planets in the universe. We could drive a truck through the atoms of your skin. You are constantly in motion. Even as we're standing here on this planet, if we all were to sit and to stand perfectly still, we would be moving hundreds of thousands of miles through time and space. We cannot stop. We cannot be still. For even as we're still, we're breathing and our blood is pumping and our electrons are moving. There's no such thing that we think it is. So when we let go of being right, we can understand that there is not a single answer, ever. There is only as many answers as there's perspectives on what we're observing. As quantum physics teaches us, the thing changes by observation. So what it was a second ago changes when we look at it again. I looked at you. Did I look at you funny? Did I look at you lovingly? Did it change who you are, or you're just your perception of who I am? When we can be curious, when we can let go of all the drama in life, of needing to be right, needing to know the right answer, it's a radical shift that all awakened people make. I say leaders in their book, but it's a radical shift that all awakened people make. We let go of the ego of having to figure it out, and we open up to just knowing. So, that's great. But what happens in our world is that we drift off of that understanding. You may really grasp it here today, and I know when I'm reading the chapter in the book, sometimes I can really get it. And when I'm studying and meditating in full place, I can be fully present. I can be with someone I'm counseling with. I can be with the prayer chaplains. I can be with you here on Sunday and be fully present. But research shows that moments of presence for most human beings on the planet, last 4 seconds. 4 seconds, folks, where we're fully and unconditionally with each other. Then something happens. A word is said, a sound is heard, something distracts our attention, and in part of our mind, even though you're in the middle of a conversation, you're wondering what's happening behind there. There's a sound that you hear. You wonder if everybody's all right. You're thinking something they said makes you think about your child. You're off on a whole story about your child and what they're up to, or about your mother. Don't get me started about my father. And all of a sudden, we are out of presence. We are out of connection with each other, and we shift from being fully above the line, and we drift into being whatever that is. Now, the authors of this book, of the 15 Commitments, created a list. This is a partial version of the list of the partial version of the list of how we drift out of above the line. Blaming, concealing, worrying, complaining, getting tired, spacing out, correcting, ignoring, explaining, interrupting, intellectualizing, Facebooking, rushing, comparing, interrupting, whining, caretaking, being sarcastic, getting righteous, pretending, withholding, sexual activity, drinking and drugging. All the ways that we can drift right out of above the line thinking into below the line thinking. And we do it in an instant. But what's great is that there is a way to shift back. And it has to do with all of our spiritual principles. The first thing is self-awareness, curious about where you are at the moment. Am I above the line thinking, or am I below the line thinking? And to be non-judgmental to yourself about when we fall below the line, because as the slide before this said, the issue is not whether we'll fall below the line, we all will. It's just awareness of it and compassion for ourselves when we do fall below the line. As you know, one of our members walked in here today who's been reading the book and cursed me out this morning for the book because it's very confronting. It's confronting to look at ourselves when we think we're more evolved than we are. Does anybody know the term spiritual bypassing? Spiritual bypassing, and the easiest way to explain it is to pretend you're more spiritually involved than you actually are. So we say, oh, that doesn't bother me. I know it's all working out for the best. I know God's got this, right? Well, you know, telling someone when their child died that that was God's plan, really helpful, right? It isn't really helpful to that person. God needed them back in heaven. Wow, that's one lonely God. So we are all searching, spiritual seekers that are all here and online. We're all searching for the answers, but to stay open and curious about what those answers might be for each and every individual allows us to stay humble and not to have the answer. We don't have to go into all these places. Shifting is a master skill that we can all employ to shift ourselves from the below-the-line thinking, from the unconscious drifting through Facebook, through TikTok, through Twitter. X. I'm dating myself. It's been a whole year since it's been called X. So whatever it is we can shift in the moment by using our breath. Did you know that just taking 4 seconds to lose presence, but 4 conscious breaths can bring you back into presence instantly? By actually physically changing your posture. So notice how you're sitting right now. Are you sitting defensive? Everybody all of a sudden is all open and expansive, right? Notice how you're shifting. Notice what I'm saying is making you uncomfortable. And choose to expand your physical footprint so that you can biologically and neurologically change your being and shift from being below the line to above the line. If anybody's familiar with the work of Amy Cuddy, she talks about them as power poses. Standing or sitting in expansive, open, welcoming, non-defensive poses allows your brain chemistry to shift. And you actually become more aware of possibilities. You see the world differently. And you open up to opportunities you may have missed when you're closed and defensive. It literally changes the way you see. Because seeing isn't an eyesight thing, folks. Seeing is a brain activity, right? All our eyes do is let in light. What our brain does is interpret that and scans the world for possibilities and for channels. So the spiritual answer is to not open your eyes wider, it's to open your heart and your mind wider. It's to open to curiosity from your gut, curiosity from your heart, curiosity from your mind, and curiosity from spirit itself. Curiosity that is beyond what you possibly think could be possible. Conscious breathing, changing your posture, or ways to shift back above the line. And then the third is to step into wonder question. Every little child, I see it with my 5-year-old, says, I wonder what will happen if I play with this knife. I wonder what will happen if I stick my finger in this electric socket. I wonder, my little 5-year-old, what will happen if I climb on top of this roof? And then he runs back and forth across his daddy's trying to catch him. I wonder what will happen if I hit my sister. Right? But those curiosity questions are important for us all to embody. In our experience, most leaders replace natural wonder with figuring it out, right? And a very different consciousness. Figuring it out figuring it out consciousness believes that there's one answer. A wonder question knows that there's more than one. So I'm going to leave you with a couple wonder questions that you might want to experience this week. I've done that already. I wonder what I can learn today that will benefit everyone. Right? I wonder what choices I can make today that would allow me to experience greater fun and creativity. I wonder what I could do today that would allow for a breakthrough in my life. I wonder what I can learn from my issue that keeps coming up with my partner. I wonder. I wonder what I could do. Oh, that one was her. I wonder how abundance is showing up in my life today. I wonder how I can be a better person today. Let's take that to our time of meditation. I invite you to get comfortable. To sit in an expansive lotus pose, if you're so comfortable. To close your eyes and to let your mind open. To let your vision and the infinite possibility open to something greater.
I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I don't have all the answers now, but I'm willing to take it slow. I believe that something's calling me. Where the path leads, I don't know, but I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I am open, open. I am open, open. I am
Open. I am open. I am curious. I am filled with wonder. I wonder what I could let go of today. I wonder what space I can open up in my heart. Ooh, I wonder what resentment I can let go of. And I wonder who I'd be without the belief that it's hard. I wonder. I wonder if I opened a little further with them would they open back? And would this situation shift? I wonder what my next right step is. I am open to knowing the truth of who I am. I wonder what I'm really here to do. How much love there is. I wonder in the silence. I wonder what's mine to do. I wonder what's next. I wonder.
There's an open road far as I can see, and my heart will lead the way. Step by step through the mystery, I surrender every day. I am open to the possibility. I am open to the possibility of a life that is meant to be lived by me. I am
Ooh. And so it is. As I was in meditation, I was struck by the beautiful truth that curiosity opens the door to creativity, where we find solutions. and joy and power. Earlier in the service, we mentioned the spiritual connection card, which if you are here in the room, it's in the paper, it's within your paper bulletin. If you're joining us online, there's been a link that's dropped in the chat. And so this is the part of the service where you can take what we've talked about and a lot of great, beautiful nuggets of truth, take these and think how you're going to apply to it in your life for the week ahead. And then in just a moment, when the ushers bring the offering basket around, you can drop it in the basket, and Reverend Ken will hold that in prayer in agreement for you. And you can also take it home with you within the bulletin. So the first is to commit to awareness and growth. Awareness is hard, so it takes that inner reflection, so that's a big spiritual practice. The next is to lean into wonder and curiosity. Follow what is calling you and desiring to learn more about. And then next is to release wanting, proving, and fighting to be right. Think how much easier our lives would be if we just let that go. And then finally, noticed when I drift below the line and then shift back real quick. So you might check all of those, or you may check one of them. You can also write your own as well. So we offer that to you. Unity San Francisco, we have so many wonderful opportunities to get involved. We have an amazing volunteer cadre of people. We have a need for a welcome team, volunteers to help greet and usher folks and to create a warm, loving environment. We also have a need for hospitality members, and these are people who help commit to bringing food and also helping set up and create an environment for people to connect after service. And we also, if you are joining us online, we have a need for social media ambassadors. And so we have poured a lot of effort and gratitude into creating amazing social media posts. And so we need your help, everybody, your help, to spread the word about that. And so email me, david@unitysf.com, if you're interested in more info on how to be involved with our social media coordination efforts. But we're also grateful for those who give of their finances. One note I wanted to mention is that we have an amazing new platform that we are debuting in the upcoming weeks, and it's a platform called Virtuous. And this is a great way to help make giving more user-friendly and more streamlined. And so in the coming weeks, I will be sending out an email, probably this week, an email about setting up a recurring donation or donating on the Virtuous platform. So just be on the lookout for that email. And it's a great way that you can kind of track your giving, your donations, and help make it a bit more efficient for us. So please be on the lookout for that. But for right now, you are welcome to give by scanning the QR code on the screen there. There's been a link that's dropped in the chat to donate through PayPal, and we always love cash and checks, so there are envelopes in the seat back in front of you. If you are giving via check, please make it out to Unity San Francisco. And now as the ushers are coming into place, we have an affirmation. The affirmation goes, I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. Let's know this together. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. So it is.
I do. There we are. And the anchor that we have an affirmation chant that we're going to sing, it is I am one. I am one with the universe and all living things. I am one with spirit from which all life springs. One power, one presence, active as me. I am one in and of everything. Let's sing it. As the babies come join us. 1, 2, 3. I am one with the universe and all living things. I am one. I am spirit from which all life springs. One power, one presence, active as me. I am one in and of everything. I am one with the universe and all living things. I am one. I am spirit from which all life springs. One power, one presence, active.
Nice. Thanks, guys. So we have a kids program downstairs, and these kids have been downstairs doing their projects, understanding their spiritual lessons for the day. Did you guys have fun? Yeah. We have an affirmation for these kids and all the world's kids. Look, Dorian, that's you. Yeah. So it goes like this. You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. This is for these kids, all of the kids in our lives, and all the kids on the planet. Can we all hold this in our hearts and know this together? You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. All right, go get some food.
Life and you'd love to see them featured on the screen, feel free to email us, david@unitysf.com. They may be able to make a cameo someday. Single pictures.
Single
picture,
pictures.
yeah.
We can't fit group pictures. It doesn't work as well on our screen. But anyway, so the class is starting today at 1:30 right here on Zoom and in the room. And if you want to, you have to sign up to get the Zoom link. You can sign up on our website or see David if you're here in the space. All right?
Spiritual connection groups are a great way to get to connect with other folks who have similar interests. And one group that I wanted to particularly highlight is coming up this week, and it's the LGBTQ plus Elder Resource Group. And this is a group that they're external to Unity San Francisco, and we host them in this space. And it's a great way to stay connected with different resources that are available in the community. And we have a connection with professionally, but then also just getting to know what's out there. San Francisco is a very robust place with resources. And so if you're interested, we'd love to have folks from the community come to this event. It's at 2 on Thursdays.
Another example of San Francisco is a great place to live, right? Woo! All the things that happen here. Woo! So if you don't need those services yourselves, but you have people in your life that would benefit from it, please speak to David or myself after and join us for this event. And if you'd like prayer, our prayer chaplains will be here in the sanctuary after service. They're wearing white stoles to pray with you. We just had an incredible training this weekend. I spent all day yesterday with the prayer chaplains, praying all day, prayed up, and it was really a wonderful experience. So take advantage of these great prayer champions and enrich your life. Thank you. So, also online, there'll be a spiritual discussion group. You can say hi to everybody in the Zoom room as you're leaving the sanctuary, and they will stay and do a spiritual discussion group. If you're online, you can pop over on our website. Now it's time for our closing song, and let the band start up. And let's give a hand right now for our band. Luke Swartz, Brian Fischler, and Mark Baum as the band. Woo! And let's make a joyful noise.
So
one
this
more
week,
song.
I've decided we've been singing it at you long enough, right? This is You Are the Light. You should know all the words by now, right? So, from the top, Bruno, next slide. Here we go. My eyes are wide and open. My eyes can see. I knew it. My mind is filled with knowing. Freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth, it can
spiritual practices. I'll say these affirmations once. I invite you to say them out loud and boldly after me. I commit to awareness and growth. I lean into wonder and curiosity. I release wanting, proving, and fighting to be right.
I release wanting, proving, and fighting to be right.
I notice when I drift below the line and I shift back.
I notice when I drift below the line and I shift back.
And so it is.
Now I know where my freedom lies. I can't go back and close my eyes. The truth, it cannot be denied. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light, I am the light. I shine so bright. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. Hey. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. Come on, kid. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light,
I am the light, I am the light. Woo! Happy Sunday, everybody! Woo!
Hey, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Good to see you all. Everybody.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Oh, look at your curls.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see you guys.
Hi, happy Sunday, many blessings and love.
I'm sure we have more. Oh, look, we got this lovely young lady.
It's a marvelous, wonderful Sunday, and we're so glad that you came to join us. It's been great. And there's JD driving madly back.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, look at the online crew. Yeah.